we voting for?
Castries Southeast. This Sunday, September 21st, the St. Lucia Labor Party proudly launches Lisa Jawahir, your candidate who will lead with compassion, vision, and strength. Join us in Ulster as we stand together with our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to celebrate leadership, unity, and progress. This Sunday, Ulster comes alive. Together with Lisa Jawahir and Prime Minister Pierre, we are moving forward together.
Lisa, we voting for. Lisa, we voting for. Hey, Lisa, we voting for.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Another wonderful Wednesday afternoon to you, everyone. I'm going to get it right this time, Jaquan. I'm going to ask you, it is the 17th day of the month of September. Looks like I found something to reverse the aging and the dementia and all of that, I haven't been taking any, how they call it, ginkgo biloba or anything like that, and nothing so, But I think I'm paying closer attention. 17th day of the month of September 2025. Welcome once again, people, to The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, alongside my ever-trusted co-host, Terry Fenelon, and our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're at the midweek stage. Our program, as you know, airs weekdays. That is holidays and weekends accepted, Monday to Friday from 12:30 to 2 p.m. on the radio station Real FM 91.3 megahertz, the frequency for the north, and 91.5 for the south. We simulcast on NBC television, channel 120 on the Flow cable TV service. And if you didn't know, which I doubt you wouldn't know, NBC and Real FM are part of the McDowell Broadcasting Corporation. We also come to you on Facebook Live and on YouTube live streaming. Okay, people, I'm feeling very energetic today, and I told you how the days go. Sometimes you feel a little down, you don't really know why, but I just heard, someone advising farmers and vendors and so on, make sure they stay hydrated. And sometimes when I wake up in the morning and I have this headache, I wonder what's causing that thing, and then I realize maybe I didn't hydrate properly before going to sleep, and then having fan on you for the heat. The fan dehydrates you even further, and so you wake up in the morning on the bad side, and all it takes is a couple of good drinks of water, including the water that you'll get in a tea, whether it's a bay leaf tea, whether it's a l'orange tea or something. It doesn't have to be just water. Of course, if you're going to sweeten it, which I almost never do, you know, I love to feel the taste of the l'orange or the boisden or whatever it is and so on. And sometimes the sugar gets in the way of that. So you're tasting more the sweetness, you know, than the freshness of the leaves and so on. Make sure you hydrate and rehydrate, because these days the heat can at times be brutal because of the time of the year. And we were warned before that we would be having a heat wave starting sometime, July or August, and extending into September. So I think we're really feeling that. Take care of yourself, and you know, maybe you don't need to reach for the Panadol or what's all the other names that they have for them, and the Tylenol and the Advil and so on. Maybe that's not what you need to reach for, and maybe put some stress on something else in your body, whether it's your liver or so on. Sometimes it's just the water. It's just the hydration that we need to pay attention to, and it works. I don't know why, but this morning, I thank God a lot for the energy that I woke up with. It wasn't one of my best nights where the sleeping is concerned, but still, I woke up feeling very energetic, and for that I always give thanks to the Lord, because you never know which day comes and you feel under the weather and you feel this way and you feel that way. So many things going around. Sometimes there's a bug, you just haven't heard of it, it's affecting you, and then it goes and you think it's just one of those things. All kinds of different bugs, you know, in the air. People complaining of getting a flu here, getting congestion here, getting cough and so on. But enough of that. We don't take it for granted. We got to move on. It is what it is. Tomorrow I may wake up feeling terrible. It'll be another day that the Lord has made. And you know, whether it is you feel good or you don't feel so good, you give thanks in all things, for that is the will of God for you, as I think Thessalonians says, in Christ Jesus. And you know, it says, you know, rejoice in the day, you know, of gladness, and also rejoice in the day when it's not so glad, because God has made the one as well as the other. Terry, our St. Lucia, given the season that we're in, and almost all over people agree that we're in the season of the lead up or the run up to another general election. People call it the silly season, and I think it's justified, because you have a lot of magie, a lot of pappy show, a lot of silly things, and people making all kind of, you know, ordinarily social media makes people feel so self-important that everyone is looking for their little, how they call it, 5 seconds of fame, sometime where you can say something and then you find some people on social media being as outrageous as one can possibly be, and then you know not to take it too serious, because it's attention they're looking for, and this provides them with the soapbox, you know, that they can stand on and pretend that they're more than they are. But apart from that, I think political violence is something that we are all concerned about. We are all justifiably afraid of it, because we have the violence now that seems to be becoming more and more non-discriminating. Fellas opening fire on other fellas, they don't care who's there. So people throwing, if it was just rotten eggs, but people throwing stones at, you know, it's a while I haven't heard we've had much of that. And doing this kind of things because of political anger. But not because I am an unabashed supporter of the Labour Party that I'm saying this. It appears to me that over the last few years at least, maybe before that, we have seen one of the parties seeming to be at the forefront of statements and actions that are insightful of political violence. I mean, those who call for the burning of houses, those who call for the confronting of people with ammunition, people going and threaten a certain a member of the Labour Party, a minister, that they'll slap him so hard that his eyeball will pop out. We hear others who have had a history, a career in law enforcement, talking about when that same minister is talking, how they're going to have their hand by their waist, you know, like they at the ready, you know, to open fire. And I suppose that means they plan to do it in the House of Assembly, in the Parliament itself. Can you imagine that? While at the same time calling for that minister to be relieved of his firearm, because he's supposedly so dangerous. But at least he's a member. You are a stranger. You come in and talk about that. And behind more and more of those kinds of pronouncements, some of them very barely disguised and so on. What do you think of that? You know, that the people who cry for the head, and the minister, they're crying for his head. As he pointed out, he's never shot anybody. Nope. You know, he has never found himself in some of the situations that you would expect what they're attributing to him would bring about, yet they continue to try to make some kind of case, some kind of brouhaha and lie about him, but they are the ones who are making statements that appear clearly designed to incite violence. What do you think?
Shelton, in this season, trust me.
Your mic is a little far from you.
My mic, yes. Okay,
Yes.
all right. Jaquan, it's okay now? All right, it's better?
All right, go ahead.
Truth be told, Shelton, I'm even worried about us. Because, a few people have told me, boy, fella, no, be careful. Especially now with some of the things that we have exposed. And we are going to continue to expose. We can't back down. Because I said R. Kelly is supposed to be in jail.
Just pull his
R. Kelly is in jail?
a little further.
Yes, my laptop, yes.
Yeah, go ahead,
okay.
right.
You understand? When you make statements like that, people think that you are threatening their livelihood. Because for some people, being in power is their livelihood.
And the desperation that is coming out. It's almost what you call
palpable. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Shelton, it's worrisome. People cannot seem to agree to disagree. No longer are issues debated. The personal attacks, the ad hominem attacks, and people are trying to slap you, and you feel like it's a horse that kicked you, and your eyeballs will dislocate and stuff. And you see people openly confronting people physically, ready to go physically. It's concerning.
Yes.
And do not believe for 1 minute that I am not aware. And I do check my surroundings because I go and train every morning very early in the darkness, and I'm aware of who is around, etc. Because this is a season where people are desperate, and if they feel that their livelihoods are threatened, those persons who they perceive as being a threat to them can be taken out. So when I heard a former top cop, the kind of utterances that came from his mouth, and others, I've had cause to pause and say, hey, be careful. Because right now, Shelton, I just told you while working from Ministry of Infrastructure. And on my way out, somebody told me, boy, somebody was trying to get them out for $400.
Somebody was trying to?
Take them out for $400.
$400?
Yes.
Somebody can actually call a hit on somebody for that amount of money?
$400, yes.
The desperation in this country.
And he named the person, You understand? I will tell you who after. Two of our compadres, they were entering while I was leaving. And one made a joke, and the other one was dead serious. Says, no, this person tried it for $400. Because the person who spoke that is an integral part of what we do here.
Okay.
That person supplies us with memes and information.
Yes.
And targeted. So, this is worrisome. And people, when you tell me a man is, according to you, you are a stranger in the house. But you figure you want the minister who is elected to put his firearm out. But you must carry yours. And as Alan stands and you stand, he's ready to go for his waist. And subsequent to that exposure, Shelton, we got so much information about that particular individual.
Yes, I was
flooded. Trigger happy.
I was flooded with it. That even as a football referee,
yes, I was like,
has gone.
One even told me that there was a match, while we were swimming. Fella said, boy, there was a match, and they told me the area of the match, and the man, after the match, the man went in at headquarters, brought down a whole squad. AKs and stuff in the graveyard, arrested fellas, and he got demoted after because that's an abuse of power. And I was like, you're serious? I didn't know these things. So much has come out, and this guy, you see, these fellas always want to portray themselves as paragons of virtue.
Yes.
And they are not. You see, they point one finger and they don't realize three is pointing back at them. And that is the problem with these fellas, they want to thump on the Bible, and there are demons in disguise.
Yes.
You understand? So you have to be careful. And yes, Sheldon, we have to watch our backs. Yes. But the truth is the truth. We have to speak the truth.
Indeed.
You could threaten to sue, etc. And I'm seeing more and more people are coming out with the information that they have, and this is wonderful.
But we're not going to spend any time on that.
On that, yes, we're going to move on. Yeah, we have.
Not only that, too. He's not directly under hustings, unless what I am hearing, that there are two constituencies. In which the United Workers' Party has realized that the candidates it has already endorsed that they are totally non-viable. that they're not going to make it, that they don't have a chance. But I wonder, why is the United Workers' Party and its leadership, and especially its leader, the last ones to realize what everybody has known for some time? Of course, we don't go crowing about it. You want to throw a Lapo candidate at us, you know, I'm going to stay in a corner there. You know, I want to come and give you ideas about it. But I understand the United Workers' Party is seriously in a battle now that pits the political leader against others in the party who say, no, we have to change those two candidates because we don't stand the prayer of a chance with them. And one of them, I'm told, is the constituency, where they have everything evil to say about the rep, but they're the ones doing all the evil things, you know. One of them in the north, another one in the south, that I hear that they're thinking of taking out Ross Clark because they don't think, and I'm saying, if that is true, you mean is now UWP no Ross Clark don't stand a chance against Richard Frederick? You mean Sarah Flood didn't stand a chance. She pulled herself out of it. She realized this is absolutely a fool's errand, you know, for her to go up against. You all sending Ross Clark, and now they want to move him. The poet. But, you know, come on. Is who I heard.
But we must not give them ideas, you know. Carry on smartly. Carry on. Carry on smartly while we work, because let me tell you something. Our leader has said, keep your eyes
on the prize. Stay focused. Yes.
Be focused. We have a lot that we're going to disseminate because we will not only depend on our work, you know, our work will speak for itself, but we have to remind all of you, because I don't understand how single mothers, now I'm saying single mothers, you know, your child got laptops, you got $500, you're not going to be paying CXCs, facilities fees, but you on a Sunday, funny, clapping for a man who is going to take everything away from you. It defies logic. Now, as I said, and I believe, that's my theory, Shelton, you'll get your little money in the envelope. That's okay. Take it. Put the yellow shirt, go to the Sunday funnies. But crunch time, when you go to the ballot box, vote for your interests. Vote for the party. Vote for the man who is taking care of you. You have, I'm sure in your family, you have pensioners, you have children, etc. Who, you have seen the two of them, the tale of two prime ministers, who has been in the interest of St. Lucia? Who has been in your interest? You know it is, Philip J. Pierre. So, yes, on the Sunday fun, it's clap. When they say the nonsense, when you hear this idiot talking about bomb and stuff, Shelton, I mean, you're going on a platform, you are a deputy leader of a political side. And that is the content of your contribution. The who having orgies. Guys, listen, orgies and these things, these are between consenting adults. You understand? Talking about bomb, all of us doing bomb, man. That's not true. Some of us, you know, I prefer the direct approach. The direct approach. You understand? But all of us, you want to come and talk. That's consenting adults, my brother. So don't go on that and say about labor. Everybody does it. You know, I mean, I'm one of the few fellas who don't do it, you know. I can beat my chest. I will not beat my chest now because I have blessed. You know, but one of the few fellas.
You're the one who said all of us doing it, you know.
I know.
You go and implicate yourself, you know. When you see that deputy leader, I don't even know who it is. I don't.
But I can beat my chest and say, but I'll not beat my chest with the bless. I mean, you got to know that's the extent of your contribution. You're talking about what consenting adults do. You understand? Consenting adults can do whatever they want, boy.
Terry, let me defer to your greater experience and maturity. Do you think we should mention who we are hearing that the UWP plans to replace Rush within Central? Or you think we should?
Let's leave it for a little. Okay. Let's lie low for a while because, you know, I mean, I like the individual. He's a nice guy.
Okay, all right.
You know, I know maybe he's bitter about certain things.
You believe better sense may yet prevail.
Because, I understand the issues and, you know, sometimes, you know, people have their and stuff. But I think when you think things through, you know, sense could prevail. So we will not go down.
What about the other candidate from somewhere further south? Somebody who might be listening to us on 91.5.
It does not matter who comes.
Okay.
You understand? Man, I'm really impressed with this Bucha guy, you know.
Okay.
The man is handsome. He looks like
He has the right name, you know.
Butcher.
He'll butcher somebody.
Butcher somebody.
He'll butcher somebody at the
handsome
post.
young man.
Yes.
I mean, the man has swag. You know, I watch him on Sunday at the AGM coming there. The man has swag. The man is handsome. The man is eloquent. You understand? Can he train this boy well?
Yes.
This boy, I mean, and the man understands. The man can stand up and deliver.
So even without knowing any of the UWP's internal intrigues, we know that the person they plan to send against him is another Slaughter.
Dead on arrival.
His name might as well be Danny Slaughter. You know?
That's
Slaughter, Butcher, you know.
Just as a 7-point plan or program, whatever it is, dead on arrival. You understand?
Even if they decide to remove their candidate and send him
no,
remember he went down there once, didn't he? Where he promised the people.
And when he's gonna say, man, can he remember me? But of course, can he remember you? That's why you're not made commissioner. He knows why.
Yeah, but listen to that now. He went down there and hear what he promised the people. V40 is already a ghetto, so I can promise you all will get a bigger ghetto.
Dead on arrival, man. You know, this fella that, I mean, I understood that the guy who was promoted to the level of his incompetence, Tommy Descat, asked about how you'll finance Sir Arthur, you know, the thing. You go see these fellas don't know. I am convinced that these fellas did not know anything because they're not in sync. The leader of the opposition is telling you to finance Sir Arthur, he'll cut the programs. I mean, a man who has not gone to any university, the man knows nothing about higher education, you know. A mixed up degree he says he has, he cannot produce it. So, you're going to cut the programs and you're going to make Sir Arthur a hotel trade school. That's basically what they say. So there'll be bellhops who will be well trained, you know, storekeepers and this thing, housekeeping and mixology, etc. Because that's what you want to say. You're saying tourism is infancy and we have to train them for tourism. So you want to make Sir Arthur a hotel trade school. You understand? You don't know how you're going to pay for it. What's his boy's name? Tommy is coming and saying now, listen to that, well, you know, Shelton, how are you all going to pay for that? You understand? Your leader cannot explain. And that's what the article said, you know, this guy, Melinus Alphonse, the special contributor. Oh, we will renegotiate with GPH. The same GPH you said are not good. You also said we sold the pot. What is it? You see, you're trying to mama guy so much, you're forgetting the lies that you're saying. So at one point, GPH, we have sold the pots to GPH. GPH is not good. You're trying to demonize GPH. All of a sudden now, you're going to talk to GPH so that GPH can fund the tuition at SAFA. Fellas, get your story straight, man. Tommy. I mean, I know you're incompetent because you are one, you know, you're incompetent because you had your prime minister. Oh, the country is broke. We have no more money. After you borrowed $500 million, you know. The country is broke. We have no money and no more money. Tommy, you have failed as an economist. That's why I don't consider you an economist. You don't know anything. So now, all of a sudden, GPH is your savior. So you will go back to GPH and renegotiate GPH so that you could fund the tuition to
Soon you'll hear them say in Galaxy. Everything they try to give the Labour Party blows up. That's what they'll say. They'll go like that, you know. They'll do that.
I mean, get your story straight.
They can't do that.
You know, Stephen Frefrey, you went in Almondale. I pronounce it the L. Almondale. You know that business. I ain't tying my tongue for y'all fellas. You cannot put a letter in a word and tell me don't pronounce it. It's secret. Nah, finish it up. Life too short. Now, you went there, the people run after you. When they ask you, guys, about Philip JP are taking care of the pensioners, the teachers, he's doing that for the nurses, etc. You understand? How are you going to finance that? Oh, CIP. The same CIP you tagged up with 2 fraudsters, 2 criminals to destroy CIP. All of a sudden now, if you all win the election, I mean that ain't gonna happen. Oh, all of a sudden now CIP will be good, and you all will use CIP to fund the nonsense. But Philip JP is already doing that. You know how he's doing that? Through proper management of the economy. He ain't stealing no money, you know. There's no corruption and bubble. There's no overinflated direct awards. You hear we giving direct awards of $70 million to finish any ground floor? You think Philip JP are mad? You think you'll ever hear Philip JP saying about, well, we're taking a direct award to build a road that is costing $2 million, but we're giving it to our friend for $5 million? We don't operate so, boy. That's why we have money to do things. Because there's... your fellas must go back to get your story straight. Is either GPH good or it's not good? It cannot be not good now, and then when you're cornered like a rat, you say, oh, GPH will help you all fund the tuition to Safa. You all don't know. Get your story straight, boy. You understand? You already promoted to the level of you're incompetent. You think we're going to vote you into power? You crazy? We're not mad. We have your story. You failed as a chief advisor during the years 2016 to 2021. You helped to bankrupt, well, you can't bankrupt the country, but you to tank the economy. What's it? Minus 26%? And then now our guru, our young guru, we coming to him in a while, our young guru, Wayne Girard, has put the figures out and says the debt to GDP ratio under you, Tommy, was 102%. And Rain is going to explain that on Friday. Hopefully he'll be my guest. 101, Tommy, that's under your watch, you know.
Is it on Friday or tomorrow? Meet the minister. Okay.
Meet the minister.
Yes. Okay.
Tomorrow is just a program I talk and stuff, and we're filling it out tomorrow. We'll play it by ear. But 102%, Tommy, that's under you. And now you all of a sudden GPH is the best thing to happen to Lucia. So you'll sit down with the fellas from GPH and try to negotiate so you could get money to fund tuition to Safa. You're just send that 7-point plan out there to try to regulate people. But there's a Shelton and there's a Terence Fernandez, there's a Yadi, and you have others. And Mary, to look at that and dissect it and let the people know what is there is just glugger to dazzle, but there's no substance. You cannot fund that. And when you ask about the $75,000 ukahele, I will take the amputees and the stroke victims and we'll walk across St. Lucia. That's how you're going to fund it? By taking amputees and stroke victims to walk across St. Lucia? Show me one country in the Caribbean where any such program exists and tell me how it is financed. But I could tell you who is copying Philip J. Pierre. Gaston Brown, you know Gaston Brown very well. Yeah. He just said he has set a 10-year target to ensure that there is one graduate in every household in Antigua. You think Philip J. Pierre playing? You're talking about Mia. Mia on the world stage, yes, but Philip J. Pierre, then Kenny Anthony described him as the nuts and bolts man. He's a fella, he sits and everybody in the Caribbean is following him,
Even Guyana recently
yes,
said that they
first of all, the minimum wage, they have it at $6.75. Ours is $6.50?
Yes.
For government workers. Guyana with oil. Just for, because on the hustings, Urfan Ali, because Urfan and Philip J. Pierre tight. Them fellas, Irie, there is two partners there. So when them fellas talking at night and say, boy, yeah, and Philip say, boy, I doing that there and thing. So often say, guys, I could steal that idea. So often Ali now, as he has regained power, he says he's going to, well, he said that on the hustings. So he's going to fulfill that. $675 a month. Philip J. Pierre raised that ever since. Ever since Philip J. Pierre raised that. You understand? Philip J. Pierre says he's going to pay CX4 and then in New Year he's going to raise that. Guyana doing that now, eh? You understand? Others doing that now. You understand? One graduate per household. I played the tip for you all 2 days ago in Guyana. They says they are going to follow that. Gaston Brown has now come and say, now, brother man, we're going to he's targeting 10 years to have at least one graduate in a house.
Okay.
But we're well on our way. We're well on our way.
Okay, we're at the point where we got to go for our first commercial break. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Just before I do so, let me say a pleasant good afternoon and thanks for being here with us, Sister Angie Kedu of the VA4 North Constituency Office. I'm the secretary there for Honorable Moses Jean-Baptiste, the MP for that constituency. Let me say good afternoon to another listener fan that I know only by the nickname Sugar. And to those of you who have sent me a screenshot showing that Lisa Vanessa Joseph, yes, the same Lisa Joseph of DVS, is watching us on the Facebook Live. You all seem to be find that a little bit, I don't know whether it's amusing or whatever, but she probably has been doing that for some time. By the way, Lisa is my friend, my former co-worker. Are we good? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I like Lisa,
and,
we have been friends for a while.
Yeah, she's an okay person. Don't read too much into her interviews of Martinez and Alan Shasti and all of that. Don't read it. She interviewed the French ambassador, and it was an okay interview. Yeah. So, sometimes, like I tell you, and I'll say no more than that, people got to do what they got to do. Okay?
Yes.
Cornelia Jacob, good afternoon to you, who tells me, tell Terry, leave my MP alone. Why don't you tell Terry that yourself? You know? And she says, Bigger Ghetto was not by Herman Gill, it was Ulrich Mondesi.
Ulrich Mondesi, my partner.
You know, as the guy says, worse again, you know, for Ulrich to be saying that kind of thing. And tongue-in-cheek sarcasm, she says, there'll be more money for St. Lucia when they renegotiate with GPH. I say, Kotea, you know, where that will ever be. All right, so we'll take the break. When we come back, Terry will continue.
Yes.
And of course, he will declare when we open the phone lines for your calls and try to read some of your messages as well.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Lisa, we voting for.
Castries Southeast. This Sunday, September 21st, the St. Lucia Labor Party proudly launches Lisa Jawa here, your candidate who will lead with compassion, vision, and strength. Join us in Ulster as we stand together with our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to celebrate leadership, unity, and progress. This Sunday, Ulster comes alive. Together with Lisa Jawa here and Prime Minister Pierre, we are moving forward together.
Lisa, we voting for. Lisa, we voting for. Hey, Lisa, we voting for.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay By Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Appreciate you staying with the Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters on Real FM Radio, MBC Television, Facebook Live, and YouTube live streaming as well. You know, Gaspar Henry just sent me a message to say, give Lisa a plug.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
No, but we did that. It's one of the ads.
But we're coming back to that.
It's one of the ads that actually played, yes. You know. So, let's see, what else do I have there that I need to... Good afternoon to you people on the Real Issues WhatsApp chat group. I see some of you were asking what was wrong with NBC this morning. We've been having this frozen TV thing happening, not just for NBC, but I've seen it happening to other television stations as well. So, you know, folks, someone says, Lisa has her master's in strategic communications. I suppose that it was a strategic decision not to wear anything red for the interviews. I don't know. I can't answer that for you. It doesn't mean that because you labor that on every occasion, every article of your clothing and so on has to be red and all of that. So, folks, and I see people are asking about why we're having things on Hot 7 and this one. Maintaining a presence, and not just a presence, but also a relationship with a diversity of media establishments, that is strategic in itself, okay? You don't want to adopt the vex with you, I vex with you approach, and I have nothing to do, and I'm not talking to you, you know, kind of approach. That is folly in an election campaign. Good afternoon to those of you who are following us on Facebook Live. I know Terry is monitoring you all the time for the comments and the things that you say there. Really appreciate you being there and being as self-sustaining as you are, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have dealt with Tommy, you know, the useless guy who was promoted to the level of his incompetence. Frivry, your partner. You big that man so much, guys. So you gave me, you know, you made me afraid. And then I realized, guys, me say, Lapo passé en guys, Lapo fella. How you gonna follow Shasty and thing? Guys, let's not go there. I mean, seriously, you're ashamed of your leaders, boy? You you join a side and you cannot promote your leaders. Anyway, guys, so let's go to this. I sent you the last two photos there. Let me go to direct. Lisa, let's go to Lisa for a little while. Yeah, I think picture 2 and 3. Yeah, we're launching Lisa, and Mr. Big Stuff gave me something to. So let me get what I got from Big Stuff, because a caller yesterday called and said, well, Otsa is too small. That's true. It's small. But the crowd we're going to have there. You understand? You have it there? Guys, I put up Lisa there. Guys, a bell for me. Guys, a SLP, a shy bell for me, Shelton. Shelton? Bawe sa?
Nah, we want up, yes.
Bawe want me. Guys, I buy a bell from the... Yes, yeah. What? Bell from to sell, guys. Look at me there. Yeah, so... one of the organizers says, yes. I mean, when you really think about it, it would have been nice to go to Bexar, but Bexar presents certain logistical problems. First of all, the field is soggy, it's like, you know, it's swampy. For the emergency vehicles and stuff, that's going to be problematic. The setting up of the stage and so on. And if it rains, oh, that's a recipe for disaster. So that's a logistical nightmare in itself. So whereas we know it is bigger, it presents certain problems. Yes, you'll say we were there for jazz, but that's a different time of year. The weather now is unpredictable. Any kind of rain there, and we're in trouble. We may have to abandon ship, and we cannot afford to do that. So Otsa is extremely more manageable. Now, don't worry about the parking, because you'll be guided accordingly. It is better to carpool as much as possible. You come with your buses, and there are certain, swathes of land, certain parcels of land that will be made available, ample parking. All right, so you don't have to worry too much about, the parking. That is being handled. So you will be able to park. Of course, I'm going to advise you carpool, because when we go to the town halls and stuff, in one vehicle, the partners, we drive together. So instead of having 5 vehicles on the road, we just have 1. So 4 stay back. You understand? So that is good. But there will be parking made available, because there are endless land around. I will not call the names of the persons who own the land, but wide spaces, and you will be able to park. So in terms of management, yes, a smaller venue, but in terms of management. And then on Sunday, you're going to get substance. And UWPs, you'll take a note, when you see we having these things, the platform will be a platform of substance. When Lisa delivers, she'll be delivering. You'll not a quapo and what you were hearing again? And this, and the nonsense you hear. People, you're going to be hearing what we have done. I mean, we have a whole set of things we have done, and what is being done now. You understand? I told you I went up north a while ago, Shelton. I set out to do 4 things. I was able to accomplish 3. And I used the Monsito to Riviera Meter Road. And that's not a back road. That is well paved. Normally, sometimes you use the Viesique, the Norbert Road, but Renault is working on that, widening that. So maybe in a week or so, when that is open, oh God, those speed, you'll have carpet. You understand? And the Q80s now have come back on board, and the fallen highway back on stream. You see how we're working? So I'll be telling you things, not Bolom and Laja Bless and Ukudi. Mekudi. I got 3 things done today, Mekudi. And a little later, I will, I need to relax the mind and body, so I'll go and sagashate, and while I'm sagachating, I get the 4th thing done. The vehicle has not been cleaned for 3 weeks. A man must clean his vehicle, As vehicle serves as a number of purposes. I'll not tell you the other purposes, I'll let Guy Joseph tell you about that. So, I got 3 things done, so I really could. Now, kudi is a nonsense word. You could use it in whatever context you want. Thank you, Coco. Now, I know Coco Loram don't like that name. You know why I know he doesn't like that name? For 10 years, the great Kenny Anthony told you cannot speak patois. That burned you 10 years. And 10 years you figured out a response, and all you could come up with is Ukudi. Mekudi. So this afternoon I'll go and kudi myself, with some fish by Nestor. Nestor, I come and check you well, because today I get its house. Hazel, that she does not present. They don't make sauce on a Wednesday. But Shelton, you have to accompany me there once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shelton must accompany me there, man, because Shelton, you have fans. You have to meet the fans, man.
You always
they keep asking for you. You understand? So, do not be afraid. On Sunday, we launch it. Now, Ukudi, I came for you, because I have to tell people, you have to judge people by what comes out of their mouth. And some fellas who say certain things, you have to disqualify them. Now, I have some videos there, but if I play them in Shelton, I think we will take too much time. It's all about Ukudi. But I'll give you a little snippet. Okay?
You still have 15 minutes.
I know I have 15 minutes before. Robert, I don't want to upset Elder Robert Lee. Professor Robert Lee. Mm-hmm. Professor Robert Lee has told us you must open the lines early.
Okay.
And you must respect your elders, Shelton.
Yeah,
you must always have. You see, when we go on swim, one of the elders I respect is Peshin. You know Peshin?
No, I don't.
Man Peshin. Oh, you know Peshin?
At least not by that name.
Oh, you don't know him by that name, but Peshin.
At least I don't know.
Yeah, Peshin is a fella, man. He walks and he swims and he gives you good advice.
Okay.
And when Peshin is holding court on a morning, you have to listen to the elder, because you know what Bunny Wheeler says. Wisdom comes in the simplest of places in the nick of time.
Okay.
And when he tells you what you must do in the water and how you must spread your joint, and it's working.
And he does that while swimming?
No. After a while, after we swim, we talk, and stuff. And the wisdom is passed on. So when your elders tell you must do something, you must say, but I'll give you a snippet. Okay? And I'm going to come to it. Because when a black man, first of all, just play video 5. It's just 12 seconds.
When you talk about slavery, we shouldn't be ashamed of it. I think we should be proud.
Well, I don't think proud. I don't think proud has a depression that sentence.
When you talk about slavery, we shouldn't be ashamed of it. I think we should be proud.
Well, I don't think proud. I don't think proud has a depression that sentence.
No, I'm going to contextualize that. Not today. Today I came to deal with it, but I go leave it for later. Let me leave him for.
So first we were told that
colonialism had a conscience,
and
a black man is sitting opposite another black man talking about we should be proud of slavery. We should not be ashamed of slavery. But I'm going to frame that properly tomorrow, Shelton. Don't worry. Because I think when a black man, and every time I see it, what I remember? Radio St. Lucia. Shelton, you destroyed a whole institution to try to get rid of Shelton. But Shelton is like ash, not ash, like seed. You try to bury him, where is he? He's still there. But you destroyed a whole institution. You burned down a whole institution, to get at one man. Because he was a thorn in your side. You destroyed our archives. The archives were destroyed, People, and now you're going to support your massa to talk about we have to be proud of. I leave you for Wayne. Video free. We're just taking the first 10 seconds. Video free. Wayne Girard.
The question is, how can you be the member for Ancillary Canaries, the Minister of Tourism, the community puts an idea to you, and you end up being the proprietor?
Dominic Fade.
But the question is, how can you be the member for Ancillary Canaries, the Minister of Tourism, the community puts an idea to you, and you end up being the proprietor?
Good question, Wayne. Now, Wayne, we have to delve into that, properly, You're the Minister of Tourism, you're the representative, and ideas come, to generate income for the community, and you end up being the proprietor of that? According to the lawyer Martinez Faswa, I smell a rat. I smell a rat. You are the Minister of Tourism, the district rep. In a community meeting, the people have decided what they want to do to enhance the community, and you end up being the proprietor? I smell a rat. Now you're asking about Wayne. Wayne is a genius, You know that Wayne is the junior Minister of Finance, right?
Of course he is.
The man who is, Ancillary Canaries, you have to be proud of it,
Yeah, this man is absolutely.
And I'll tell you why.
Key and essential to the preparation.
You heard Carmelo Anthony.
The preparation of the budget.
This man is a man silently holding. Our Prime Minister has a lot of confidence in that guy in terms of the finances. The Sovereign Wealth Fund. He's the architect. He went up to the World Bank, and he's the one who was able to do that. During COVID, the Council of Finance Ministers, he was the chairman, and you heard Carmelo Anthony, in praise, and saying, boy, how Wayne guided them during that tough time and stuff. You all think you didn't have any posh man there? He's young, but brilliant. You think Coco Loram could ever step in his shoes? Coco Loram don't know finance. He was Minister of Tourism. He couldn't bring one hotel room in St. Lucia. All he was a whole set of nonsense. Well, it's brilliant. You understand? Brilliant. Now put up his picture. Picture what there? I forgot. Picture one. Let's list some of the things, and then we're going to open the lines. You understand? I hope I can read that there. You all know about the man not working? The man, 4 years of economic growth. The Prime Minister tell you, Wayne is behind that, Wayne Girard, a genius with finance. Don't have him there. He doesn't talk much. He's a soft-spoken guy. Now, why I like him a lot? He was my student. I taught him. I didn't make him bright. He was always bright. But I'm happy to say that Phileno touched him, sent him St. Mary's. Yeah, man. Phileno not easy, All the papi show you hear me talking to Shelton. You see, that's my boy, He, Calix George and these fellas, bright fellas. You understand? Look at it. Now, you all could read that on the screen. You all have that on the screen there. And the works he has been doing in Ancillary Canaries. You understand? That is the works he's delivering. And he's not only delivering for Ancillary Canaries, he's delivering for the entire country. So when Philip J. Pierre, because our Prime Minister is a fella, he likes to stay in St. Lucia. He's not like the other fella who, As I said that, you remember? That's why you must give us the facts on the credit card, you know. Because I don't understand how a prime minister can go and flash his credit card, the country's credit card, and that is declined. Shelton! Shelton! No, Shelton! Ladies and gentlemen.
No. That sounds like a prime minister who had a childhood where he used to spend
money like toys.
Like he never had toys.
You're telling me the prime minister of a country. So you know the visa ambassador that you had.
All habits that I had, you know.
So the man went to flash the credit card in England, and they declined that. Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Minister of Finance, give us the details. But I don't see that happening on the Philippines.
So did that happen in the £2,000?
The £2,000 a night. The $8,000 a night. The company say, hour. That's an abuse. You're abusing the small nation's
sometimes
finance.
I wonder if his stories people making about him. But I'm told that when he was director of the St. Lucia Tourist Board,
he had the most miles.
He had a credit card, the tourist board whatever had, and that card was being maxed out.
All the time.
Until Romanus Lancico, who was the Minister of Tourism, went and told Compton, he don't know what to do. This guy is always maxing out the credit card. And I'm told that Compton said, why are you coming to me? You the minister, take the credit card from him.
So I mean, Shelton, if I go, I go and flash the credit card and they say, how are feeling on decline. But the prime minister of a country, you have the country's credit card. And the company saying, you're abusing that. You're abusing that.
Listen, he was not even in politics yet as a minister.
He was abusing it.
And I heard that. Director of St. Lucia Tourist Board. They said, come down, tell him, man, take the card.
You are the prime minister. And the company said they're not honoring that. The credit card declined. Ladies and gentlemen, when they tell you make reckless, Titus did not speak out of turn, you know. The man is reckless.
Once a man can have a vehicle, a government vehicle, a state vehicle, you know, one of those big SUV vehicles, 4-door, whatever thing and so on. And the man can come to work at 7 in the morning and insist that the vehicle be left idling, windows up, air condition running at maximum, you understand? So that he can feel like he's in Canada when he comes out. When he comes out at 6 or 7 in the evening after 12 hours. That vehicle has been idling there for 12 hours. Air condition on max because Mr. want to feel like he's in Canada because it's a product of Canada. And when he live in the government buildings, like when he comes, sirens going on. No, the vehicle itself. Police outriders and vehicle and everything have to have their sirens up, lights flashing and so on. I'm saying even security, you're drawing attention to yourself, you know.
You see, I can't even laugh at that anymore. People, this thing is serious, you know. So, you know, I mean, when people, so the man is doing all that. And Wayne is a financial analyst. You see, just like Emma is a forensic auditor. Emma not easy. Wayne not easy either. He's a young guy, unassuming. When you see Wayne no big flash, you know, no flash, nothing. We have a gym, and we have to answer the canaries. You need to know what you have. Don't listen to the nonsense people talking about. Wait. You seen the Cocoa man, you see what they're doing from you, you know. I'm not going to say it because this fella's trying to show us badness, so we are stupid. You have a gem. You have a genius in Wayne. Financial genius. You understand? A man who is helping Philip J. Pierre that is why Philip J. Pierre can pay bonus, you know. Wayne took that from payables 180 million. I understand now that's down to about 20 million.
Okay.
That's what I understand. 20 million. So in 4 years, they are chipping away, paying down the debt, paying civil servants, paying bonuses.
And this is why he want to kill CIP.
Yes.
Because he wondering where Philip J. Pierre getting the money to do all those things, you know.
Yeah.
You know, to build fifth finger of this there. Philip J. Pierre is acting like, you know, nothing is bothering him. Like he's not nothing is a challenge to him. It must be the CIP. Let me try to see if I can kill the CIP. First I use Martinez, then I use Richo, then I file injunction, then I do all kinds of things to see if I can kill off what I think is a source of income for him. Alan Chasney is bothered that what he labored under and made look so difficult. Philip J. Pierre makes everything with the assistance of Wayne Girard look easy like Sunday morning. You know?
Now people, I really came to the lift. Ukudi.
Okudi.
Because they say.
Have you found out what he was trying to say? Okui, is that what he was trying to say?
I think he tried to say 10 years, guys.
Okui.
That's it speaks to a level of indiscipline, guys.
Not in discipline. It's the same thing with Chasney. They hold St. Lucians and St. Lucianness in contempt and disdain.
Yes.
You know, so the fellows do not consider immersing themselves in our St. Lucianness to an extent where they become acclimated to it and so on. That it's important.
Yes.
It's the opportunism of when you're on a platform, a rush of blood, of excitement, seeing the crowd there, wanting to try to make them eat out of your hand.
Yeah.
So they just try to dip and dabble in something that is not really something that at heart they are interested in and want to immerse. Yeah. So he comes and he has a little brainstorm, you know, of his, he'll try to use something that will click with the crowd. So he remembers something to run away, but he don't know. It's Kudi, you know.
Kudi.
It's just like Alan Chasney. You do not be the representative for a place, for a constituency. And for you to not have it as second nature in your programming, to just call Deraso, you know,
and he said it repeatedly, you know.
It means the emotion.
So it's not a mistake.
Yeah, it means the emotion. You don't have it, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I think
we're coming close to 1:30, so we have about 2 more minutes or so.
Wait. As we done, I just sent a video to you. That's Lisa. Yes, that's Lisa. We big it up Lisa on Sunday.
Yeah.
So people, the Otsa thing. Don't pay it no mind. It's logistically, that's the best place for now. So let's make them carpool as much as you can. Yes, let's run that for Lisa there.
Lisa, we voting for
Castries Southeast. This Sunday, September 21st, the St. Lucia Labor Party proudly launches Lisa Jawa here, your candidate who will lead with compassion, vision, and strength. Join us in Ulster as we stand together with our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to celebrate leadership, unity, and progress. This Sunday, Ulster comes alive. Together with Lisa Jawa here and Prime Minister Pierre, we are moving forward together.
Lisa, we voting for. Lisa, we voting for. Hey, Lisa, we voting
for. The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
We voting for
Castries Southeast. This Sunday, September 21st, the St. Lucia Labor Party proudly launches Lisa Jawa here, your candidate who will lead with compassion, vision, and strength. Join us in Ulster as we stand together with our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to celebrate leadership, unity, and progress. This Sunday, Ulster comes alive. Together with Lisa Jawa here and Prime Minister Pierre, we are moving forward together.
Lisa, we voting for. Lisa, we voting for. Hey, Lisa, we voting for.
G6 product. Yo père, moi do yo père. Bye bye flambeau. Young boss. Bye bye flambeau.
The St. Lucia Labor Party proudly invites you to their first candidate launch. Sunday, September 21st, odds on 3 p.m. Come out in your numbers to support our endorsed candidate for Castries Southeast, Lisa Jawa here. And hear from our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre. View Fort, your grand motorcade leaves the square at 1:30 p.m. Let's stand together, show our strength, and keep moving forward together.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop, Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you everyone for staying with The Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters on this Wednesday. It is the 17th of September 2025. Let me say good afternoon specifically to those who are following us via YouTube, and thank you very much, Nigel Nicholas, our station manager, for pointing out to me that we have a lot of people following us, and that sometimes the YouTube audience, those who are following us there, they actually exceed those who are on the Facebook Live. So I want to say good afternoon to you, YouTubers, and those of you who are joining The Real Issues via that route. We really appreciate you as much as we do those on the Facebook Live and on the Real Issues WhatsApp chat group. We're going to open the phone lines now for your calls. Don't forget, we have two numbers you can get us on. One, you can WhatsApp call us, the mobile number, 758 area code, of course, 487-9849, 487-9849, and the local landline where you can call us direct on 4533-911. We have someone waiting already. You're on the air. Good afternoon. Real
Good afternoon,
Issues.
Shelton.
Hey, what's up?
Good afternoon, Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brothers. Well, I will take my kudi now. I'll take my kudi now. Dominic Fede, who kudi? I'll take it now. He kudi when you are speaking to the journalist Janica Simon downstairs Parliament. And when the boss come, Alan Shasney, he just snap his fingers. And if you see the man run upstairs Parliament, who kudi? And he also kudi because up now we can get no response for the money that was collected to buy the ambulance in Canaries. Where the money gone, boy, for the ambulance? People from all walks of life gave a contribution. That is part A of my contribution. And part B, very fast. I bounced into John Paul, Mr. John Paul this afternoon by the NIC building. And I engaged him in a brief conversation. And that man come across as a very humble man, gentlemen. That man, is reasonable. He's sound. And he have a lot of ideas and plans for the people of Babono. So I would like to make a pitch for him, Brother John Paul, that the people of Babono should come out in large numbers and to vote for John Paul. He's a man of substance, and I believe that he will be a very good candidate. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. Thank you for making it short, giving others a chance, and on your own kudi. Nobody never kudi there. Real issues. You're on the air. Go ahead, my friend.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon
to you.
Okay, I'll be very kudi.
Yes, man. Be very kudi.
Yes. Oh, yes. I want to big up KP for the continuing the book work he's doing.
Very windy by him there.
AP meets having a country. Dominic Philly, Dominic Figo. I said Dominic Figo.
Can you try to shield your phone from the wind a little bit?
Oh, sorry. So, yeah, I'm just saying they will make Dominic fade away from Rosalie.
From Ansari Canaries.
From Canaries, yes. Sorry. AP Harak think I say just fade away. All these guys we have to retire them from politics.
That's right.
Yeah. But the bad vent is I tell you see when you see that crowd at Betso, Kakad look at point. I've seen you guys have Sunday fun so far. Yeah. Because all the nonsense you say, it will come back and bite him.
Okay, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, today isn't your best day in terms of the call quality, so let's give someone else a chance. I think it's your location and the surrounding wind. Okay, sorry about that. I saw a clip with Shas trying to pitch marbles on all fours. People stoop to play marbles. However, based on Kokolorum's attempt at speaking Creole, I challenge Shas to say, "O play puifan." Honestly, I played marbles as a kid. I don't remember this one. A common phrase used when playing marbles. I remember "point déposer comme un vle," "lingsu," "hot jewi tout," those kinds of things. Yeah. But I don't remember the "o play" and so on. Anyway, we have another call on the line. You're on the air.
Hi, Shelton. Terry.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, hi.
Terry, during your preamble, you were talking about all of the promises that this man made in times past and his friends.
Speak up a bit for me. I'm hearing you very low and distant.
Okay.
During my preamble, I was talking about.
No, that was Terry.
Uh-huh.
During Terry's preamble, he spoke about all of the promises, the fresh set of promises that this guy has made. But you see, Terry, this thing is not rocket science. This thing is simple. Voters, St. Lucians on the whole, we simply have to look at Alan Shastney's record from 2016 to 2021 and compare and contrast that with Philip J. Pierre's record in office from 2021. This is like chalk and cheese.
Oh, yes.
Listen. The man in 2016, in the campaign leading up to the 2016 elections, Alan Shastney promised universal health care coverage. I mean, this time around, it's not the first time. He promised that back in 2016. And what happened? Instead of giving us universal health care coverage as he had promised, he brought in medical people from Cayman Islands.
Yeah.
And what happened? As a result, many of our qualified, experienced nurses were fired, and they were made to reapply. As a result, several of those well-qualified, experienced nurses left for England and the US. And that devastated our health sector complement, the staff complement at the Victoria Hospital, especially, and the OKEU as well. It devastated staff morale as well. And on the back of that, to add insult to injury, when the SLP government came in 2021, they found a bill of $24 million to be paid to the medical personnel from Caymans. I mean, so now he's coming and talking about universal healthcare coverage again, insurance coverage to the tune of $75,000 for every St. Lucian. Every St. Lucian. I mean, when you do the math, this is over $11 billion. $11 billion. And when you're questioned about where are you going to get the money to pay, you it's truck, and this one, and this with double amputee. That wasn't what was asked you. You were asked, how are you going to pay for that? You start to sniffle and snob, use the old worn-out technique
of evasion, you know?
Crocodile tears.
It's a technique.
Exercising your leaky waterworks.
Yeah.
We've seen that before.
It's a technique of evasion, you know?
We've read that story. We've seen the movie before.
Yeah.
You stopped it for a while. You are now reintroducing it to think you can vaguely people again. Use mirage, use illusion, flashing mirrors. That will not work again. But to the question of what's his name? Of Fede responding to what's his name? Wayne Girard's question of you were given a project. You were brought a project. The people of ancillary canneries brought you a project in terms of water rafting that would benefit them. Why did you take the people's idea and use it for your own benefit? Now, Terry, you mentioned delving into that. I want to delve into that as well.
Oh yes.
And I want to be given the opportunity to go on platform to delve into that, because this guy, what's his name, Fede, he needs to explain that, and he needs to explain it at length. But you're coming to the people again to say, give you a chance to represent them again? A fraud? No way. Thanks, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. All right. 487-9849 and also 4533911. I see Bernard Haynes has made his way to us. What's up, my brother?
Good afternoon, Shelton.
Reverend Deacon.
Yes.
How you doing, sir? Well, Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
Makakudi.
Upakudi.
Ni mwe pa prini. Because mwen pa afraki kudi ek ma afraki prini. Yo prini. I kudi. Shelton, ouvre mwen apre 10 l'année à Bougada, dans Boudou en bail. Un pays a passé 10 l'année et qu'on style pas ça.
Non, mais c'est pas ça tout seul. Monsieur, j'ai travaillé en midi à Saint-Lucie. Monsieur travaille Radio Saint-Lucie qu'on rapportait. Monsieur travaille même à place là côté nous ni newsroom là côté li et puis Lawrence Adonis et puis l'autre monde Charles Popote là. Pas de moi pour tout ce temps ça on fait en média, on pas amasser rien. Rien pas même pour ça on monde obligé qu'attendre bagay qu'on monde pitcher courir, on monde parti courir bagay comme ça pour tendre comment. Pour un jour comme ça aujourd'hui, j'en ai 20 l'année, combien l'année 25 l'année au en midi à Saint-Lucie, au ka venir ko ka di koudi, moun koudi.
Shelton, nous avons si un German vient parler là-bas moi ça greatly.
Il no shay moun ke do yo.
Moi ça fait ça sprachen de Deutsch. Sprachen de Deutsch. Guten Morgen, guten Abend. Ogoban, moi ça dit bagay.
Puis vous attendez ça tout là, Oban?
On attend ça tout là Shelton. Ogoban. Ek beaucoup de ça ça commettant.
Et puis là où ka monter pour élection. Souvent en anglais nous ka dit monsieur qui ka courir bay flambeau ça en constituency ça. He running for flambeau. On attend tout le monde ka dit ça m'entend c'est Dominique qui ka courir, moun ça qui ka courir site là et ba nous ko ça. Ou vle de tout temps ça moun ka parler ka concerné he is running ou ka courir. Ou pas savent c'est pas coudie ou ka still vinn dit ça.
Bougla ba ni laisser ouais place là en yo. C'est bougla vle pouvoir, yo vle c'est yo qui in charge. Ou vle di moi a courir ba soufouyer, ma ça même di soufouyer.
Mais
hein? when Bukadi and lot bagay, ou there is so. I mean, okay, my people like cette liste qui peut pas qu'à spell. But pour dire there are so, est-ce qu'on pas dire une fois ou pas dire deux fois?
Yeah.
Shelton c'est pour ça malade, yo malade même. Shelton, l'autre bagay là c'est moi pas juste vle cette liste, moi c'est un bagay moi les couiller toujours faire cette liste changer. À nous pas juste rester avec dit 17 notes. Tout ça nous a dit là pour faire mon temps important. Mais nous ni pour make sure nous mentionner ça by cette liste. 17 notes c'est un pôle là en les bas l'autre people. Là 17 notes là. Les jours ça là oui et il ca arriver, il ca venir plus près. Moi pas vle rester là kay hot. Et feel à quoi dire hot ha gagner. Vous comprenez? Pas faire ballot box là en place côté hot pair. Sorti dehors. Et pour vote by Philippe J. Pierre pour bagay ja fait by hot. Bagay cette liste ni gagne na di den. OK? Pas rester avec di kogel qui gagne qui en ça. Nous la chay gagne dans sa café là. OK? Ça monsieur Philippe J. Pierre. So moi encourager ces chrétiens. Moi remind zot tous les jours pour sortir dans les jours ça là arrivé avec vote by monsieur Philippe J. Pierre et coûte 7 tout l'autre 16 candidats là in pays là. OK?
Okay.
Bon après-midi.
Merci un peu. There's someone called Victoria Says, and that is screenshotted and put in the Real Issues group, who says the person obviously is an intelligent person. They write well and it flows. Repulsed because someone doesn't know Patois/Creole, that's a stretch. I remember as a young girl waking up at the crack of dawn to make it to CCSS. More than half of the Castries students did not know Creole. That's a fact. In fact, coming from Denry, we were looked upon as country bookies. Yes, most of us from the country stuck together, hanging out on the same lunch tables, etc., because we were considered outsiders. The percentage of St. Lucians who don't speak Creole is way higher than y'all think. I know. I went to secondary school with them and then bounced up with some at Teachers College. But today it's a sin not to know it. Today you're repulsed at those who don't know it. My, who knew my Denry citizenship would elevate my degree of Lucianness? The tables do turn, eh? Question, are most of my former classmates not worthy of being called St. Lucians because they don't know or understand Creole? Beatties, nonsense for those who don't understand Creole. Ernie and Bert talk show. Nobody is talking about not being able to speak Creole like it is a sin unto death. But if you know you don't know it, just don't try it.
Correct.
Just don't come and speak it and then making a total fool and clown of yourself with this kudi kind of thing. So just avoid it. Just stay clear of it. Don't pretend that you want to come and speak it and then you're making an absolute mess of it and ridiculing it and in the process deglising it even more than basically having contempt for it. That's what we're saying. Nobody talking about not being able to talk it. And I am making the point. Don't tell me after all these years living in St. Lucia, being a St. Lucian citizen, I'm sure Dominic Swede has spent far more time in St. Lucia than he has spent in the country of his birth, Guyana. Don't tell me in all that time, you running for elections, that you don't have people say, Dominic Metan say Okakui, Dominic Kikakui, Wen Kikakui by Labor on the Plaza, that up to that time you do not know that at least the Creole, even if you can't speak it fluently, don't tell me that you don't know man is numb. Don't tell me you don't know that woman is femme. Don't tell me you don't pick up those basics to the extent that you can come to say, when kudi, ikudi madu. Don't tell me after all this time, which I'm sure may well be 35, 40 years or whatever his age is and so on, that you have spent in St. Lucia, that you cannot pick up a little smattering here and there. You understand? Of a little smattering and snippet of Creole and so on.
Could I tell you something? You know? My 6-year-old grandson already sings phrases in Creole.
I mean, come on.
6 years.
This is ludicrous.
Yes, man.
Maybe you don't have the emotion in the culture. Perhaps you can't speak it, or you lived outside of St. Lucia. But don't tell me you coming on platform, you decide to say something in Creole, you know. And as we say in what's it, the marbles or whatever, you souff in drafts. You souff in so bad that you come in and say something ridiculous as that. in a St. Lucia where you're representing what is considered to be a rural community. You were the representative for 5 years. You campaign, you meet with people from Jacmel, Monciso, Boaden, you know, all those kind of places, and you cannot say Kudi, you come in and say. You know, that's the point we're making there. Not that he can't speak it. Nobody talking about fluency and come in and talk it like I can talk it. I'm always saying it's ludicrous. It means you have no kind of emotion. If basic, elementary, rudimentary, however we want to call it, words like Kui, you can't get them right. Kudi? Yeah, we have a call on the line.
Sheldon.
Real
good
issues.
Afternoon.
Yeah, hi.
Terry.
Yes, my brother.
I have a question for the two of you. Chasney is going up as leader, right? Guy Joseph is deputy, and Dominic Fede is second deputy. If Chasney lose, I just put it like that. If Chasney lose, who's going to be the prime minister?
No, go ahead. Say again.
If Chasney lose the election day,
not if, when.
Who is going to be the prime minister? Let's say Guy win and Dominic win. Tell me what's going on.
Hello. That's a nightmare.
Don't talk about it.
If there was a solution going to put Guy Joseph Kokolerum as prime minister.
So listen, what you are saying there, it envisages that UWP will win the election.
No.
So why are you saying who will be prime minister?
No.
Obviously,
I'm just giving you a little scenario. They're not going to win.
So why are you even talking about who will be prime minister when it's obvious?
I just want to know if solutions will want Guy Joseph and Dominic Fede as prime minister in solution. That's my question.
Well, I don't know, depending on how things could be, you know.
There's no could no would there. You know? So
because for you to talk about who will be prime minister of a UWP side, it means you're saying should UWP win the election, right?
UWP is not going to win.
No, so why are you even bringing that up?
No, I have to because
tell me about who will be party leader, okay? If Chasney is defeated, who will be the leader of the UWP, right?
Okay, yes, you can put it like that.
Right, and if we're talking about that, if Fede try to become leader, I'm telling you, there are people in the UWP who will do things that Spider said he would do to Richard, slap him so hard that his eyeball will pop out, or other things worse that we're not going to mention, and so on.
Now you following me.
Yeah.
I give it to you like that, and you following me now. Because I don't see none of them. You see right now? Not even the list of Philip Gettier they can enter there now. The shoe list, they can enter. And they finish.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They finish.
Thank you.
The lies they come up with.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. If Chasney loses, let UWP. You may know if Chasney loses his seat, Chasney will want to step down as UWP leader.
Crazy. That's the man's side.
He'll use his money to power his way back to the leadership.
That's the man's side.
To power his way back to the leadership. Even though, he's non-viable at this stage as being an out-of-parliament political leader. People like Titus and so on will feel that they have what it takes, to become the leader and to become. It's a magic question that will happen. But yo say yo mem, kite hule hulio. We have another call on the line. Real issues.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And in this regard, I say, in memoriam, should Chasney lose when he loses? And for Dominic Fede to win, come on, hello. Let me tell you, that you see that man that just called it? That man mad. So, for Dominic to become prime minister, Wayne Girard has to lose.
And I ain't gonna happen.
In what constituency Wayne Girard losing? Where, with all the good works the man doing, they have some people who feel they have their personal private issues with Wayne Girard. They probably aren't getting their way around him, through him, whatever. And so they figure he's going to lose. Where? On what planet? Let me tell you all, Wayne Girard is as strategic as Mr. Prime Minister. Look at that man. Watch that man. This man is growing steadily into a serious politician. Now, Le Dominique Fede leve tête li pi gade wen Girard. Ini pokudi. Ini pokudi. Parce que wen Girard pa ka koube. Monsieur ka duet. OK? Bon demain, si Dieu vle, le 18 septembre, c'est journée internationale Philippe J. Pierre. Tomorrow is his birthday. And like the lady said, after God is PJP. I can say that. We wish him long life. Happy birthday. It's 1 p.m. PJP 2.0 is loading. And we just pray for us to not go where Guy Joseph said, we're going to be shedding a lot of blood. We rebuke that. PJP 2.0 is loading. Goodbye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Now there's a flyer which came out, so it's been circulated for Honorable Wayne Girard and all the things that he has done.
Yeah, it does on screen.
Okay, do we have it? Can we run it
Yes,
again?
yes, it does on screen.
Okay,
Wayne Girard's
Japan, let's put that again, because a lot of people are hating on Honorable Wayne Girard a lot. And, I think he's a man who doesn't crow about what he's done and the projects and all this kind of thing. But this man is a worker. He has been doing things. He has been delivering for his constituency. I think he does not, and that should be on screen now. He does not crow. He does not come and beat his chest about a lot of what he's doing. I personally think he should do that more, When the Bible says about when you make gifts of mercy, don't go blowing a trumpet about it, don't let your right hand. That's in a personal capacity. Don't go and tell people that I bought food for this person and this kind. But you are in a public representative capacity. You have to let people know what you are doing for your constituency, for your community, as a public servant, as a public official, as a public figure. That is different from helping people private. You're doing that with state funds that is being allocated, constituency development program and all those things, and things allocated in the budget. You really should go and advertise it continuously. And I think Honorable Wayne Girard, if he didn't realize that before, he realizes it now. He has done a lot and continues to do a lot for his constituency. So,
good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
How are you, sir?
Are you okay? We're okay. You should be our last caller. So
yes. Can you tell me how much is £2,000 when the card swipe did not come through? How much that cost in St. Lucia money a day?
Well,
that's about $8,000. That's about 8,000.
Yeah, about 8,500 at the time or something.
Yes,
like that.
at the time.
Yeah.
So the week he stayed there, it was about $48,000.
The Cayman group, they spoke very well about the $75,000 that the man wanted to implement in 2016, and he come back with the same thing. And but one thing they did not mention, when they also mentioned that the nurses took off and left St. Lucia, that they were offering the nurses who were 20 years and 30 years, were offering them a 2-year or 1-year contract. You remember that?
Yes, yes.
And then before the Cayman group, they had another group that did not work out, which came from India. Am I correct, gentlemen?
Yeah, basically, I think, yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying today, this guy has nothing to offer, and look at the kind of people he's bringing in. People, the woman who want to run for Viewfort South, right? Not political savvy, has nothing to offer. A bunch of weakling people that will make no stride and can't get nowhere. All the free women that he has brought to his cult sect, they ain't getting nowhere. And the most stupid thing that really hurt me, and I'm so sorry for these people, that they left the jobs, quit and resigned the jobs, even and thinking that they have a chance. And these people have mortgages. These people have all kind of financial problem, and what is the man offering them so that he could take them on a bridge to nowhere? Why didn't these people stay in the jobs? Who's going to beat any?
Okay, you have to wrap up now. You have to wrap up now.
This and there.
Yeah, you have to wrap up now, my friend.
Yeah, my brother. So I'm hoping that people would open their eyes and see the light and not support that stupid clown.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you so very much. And that does it for us for today's.
Tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Yes, today's Real Issues program. Terry will be in for the first of a new program he has, which is only radio and, of course, the social media.
Yes.
Facebook Live. And at
9.
At 9, it's a half-hour program.
Yes.
And then he'll be back again with us for the Real Issues. So you can check out this new program that is starting tomorrow. Thank you very much, Jaquan. We got to go now, folks. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Same time tomorrow. Shelton Daniel signing off.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
The winning numbers for the midday draw of Wednesday, 17 September 2025 were Double Daily Grand, 6, 14, 20, 21. Big 4, 4, 4, 4, 3. Big for Multi-X, FB. Pick 2, 0, 1. Pick 2 Multi-X, 2X. One off, 9, 2, 3. Lucky 3, 8, 0, 0. Lucky 3 Multi-X, 2X.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m.